Hi folks, it's Ben here with Pierre Driving School. I wanna cover something here right quick with you guys. I just did a lesson with a student, and right in the middle of the lesson, and he was asking why we're not doing any parking. Should we be doing this parking? Because on my first day, the other driving school, the instructor was doing lesson with me, and here I'm not doing any parking, right? So I said, let me do a video about it, so all of you guys, we all can learn from this, because I've seen this quite often. Student, okay, when they come to do lesson, in their mind, they have to do parking right away, make them feel that they're learning something or they're doing something good by doing parking with them. All right, so after I explained, making a right hand here, all right, shoulder right, after I explained that to that student, and he come to understand, he said, okay, you're right. Many driving school, many student, I'm not gonna say, let me say student, some instructors, when they're doing lesson with student, if the student is brand new, but student, they feel that they see the student is a beginner, is a beginner student, you're gonna have to do entry level stuff. Some instructor told the student right into parking. Ask me why. Because parking is the easiest part of the process, because you really don't have to do not much driving, not much observation. You can just bring the student in 2 blocks and kill the time all the time there within doing parking, which is not good for the student, right? The person I was giving lesson couldn't even keep the car straight yet, which is okay. That's why we're learning. We student couldn't even keep the car straight yet. Each turn that the student was doing, I have to help the student, which is doing the turn, which is okay. That's part of learning. That's what we're here to learn. Now, when the student asking that why were we doing parking in that lesson, then I brought that to his attention. I said, okay, all the turns that we were doing here, and every last one of them, not even one turn, I have to help you to maintain control of the car, right? Good. Can you even keep the car straight, going in a straight line? No. Doing parking with you not gonna serve you any good. In fact, this is gonna hurt you more, because reason why? Let's say I'm gonna hold your hands, do the parking for you, because if you cannot keep the car straight, can you imagine you have to line up the car to the parallel parking? It's gonna be a bit more difficult or near impossible. Not because you don't know how to know it, you don't know how to do it, because you're a beginner, and which is okay. That's why we're learning. It's a learning process, right? Then also, there is reversing in the car. You must know how to reverse the car, in which direction to go, especially when you learn into the parking. Now, throwing all this thing at you once, and you're not even getting the driving straight yet right, then you may feel overwhelmed. See what I mean? You may feel overwhelmed to say that, wow, I can park, but I cannot drive the car. What's going on, Like you're not learning. It's like going backward now. When I'm trying to get you to keep the car straight, drive straight, you cannot keep it together, right? If you are with an instructor or if you are within a driving school, which is okay, driving school have many instructors, and you see on your first lesson ever, let's say 2, 3, 4, 5 lessons, you still will be considered as a brand new driver. And the instructor already doing 3-point turn and parallel parking with you, that's a red flag. You may want to consider as to get a different opinion from a different instructor. Or if you even get to that, to even start looking at the different options, because it's not going to do you any good. Here's why. When you go for your road test, the minute that you pull off with the examiner, if they already see that you cannot keep the car straight on a straight path from here to the next light, they will not even bother continue to return with you. They're gonna bring you back as quick as possible to get you off of the day. In fact, if it even comes to for the examiner to even turn the car off, if it even comes to the examiner to turn off the car, take it back to the instructor that taken you to the road test to go pick you up, they will do that. Because I've seen them doing it before. That's as bad as it get when it comes down. That's as bad as it get when it comes down for you to go to parking, right? Because the parking, it's within the driving. You have to drive to get to the parking. You see what I'm going to do? That's what I'm saying. You have to drive to get to the parking. If you cannot drive to get to the parking, do you think the examiner will bother doing parking with you? No, they will not do. And I bear witness to that, because from the get-go, if you cannot keep the car straight, they're nervous to bring you back, all right? So to all of you guys out there, let me know if you can relate to that. You're doing lesson with the driving school for the first time ever, or a few lessons in, they started doing parallel parking with you. Now let me be straight with you. I said beginner. If you are already taking lesson or you've gone to the road test, you don't pass, then you're not a beginner because you've done the road test already, you've done some driving. I'm saying the person who's brand new, beginner, only have, let's say, 2, 3, 4, 5 lessons and ever in their driving journey, and they're doing lesson with the driving school. The thing that they do within those 2, 3 lessons is throwing parking at them. No. It's not good for you. It will never be good for you, and that's gonna hurt you in the long run. Here's what's gonna happen next. You're gonna keep taking the road test and fail and be frustrated. Why am I not passing my road test? I've done lesson. I've done well in lesson. I did parking. Examiner said I was ready. Then now I'm not passing my road test. What's going on here? You see where I'm going with this? No, that's not good. You do not want that. Put it over here real quick. You do not want that. You wanna be prepared and ready to take your road test. Washing by doing parallel parking will not serve you any good. I've seen it.